As the Senate holds a test vote today on a bill to fund government agencies and prevent a partial shutdown. But Senate Democrats are fighting for immigration enforcement reforms in the wake of the shooting death of Pretti. Natalie Brand has the latest now from the White House.
There could be some signs of progress, with reports the White House appears to be open to striking a deal with Senate Democrats with little political appetite for another shutdown.
President Trump is set to hold a cabinet meeting Thursday with his administration facing backlash over Minnesota and a funding fight over the Department of Homeland Security. As the Senate takes a test vote on a funding package to avert a partial government shutdown, Democrats have a list of reforms they want added to the DHS bill.
What ICE is doing outside the law is state-sanctioned thuggery, and it must stop.
Senate Democrats want to end roving patrols, tighten rules regarding warrants, require body cameras, and prohibit masks. They say the DHS bill should be separated from the 5 other appropriations measures so serious negotiations can take place.
There must be major reforms to these agencies before this Congress should approve another cent.
Senate Republicans have argued the current DHS bill already has reforms such as money for body cameras and de-escalation training, but also signaled talks could progress between the White House and Democrats.
I think the administration is willing to sit down with them and have a discussion, perhaps a negotiation about how do we move forward. But the one thing I do know, and that is that a government shutdown is not in anybody's interest.
Democrats have proposed voting on a short-term extension so other DHS agencies, including FEMA, TSA, and the Coast Guard, aren't interrupted while they draft a new bill that includes the extra guardrails.
The House would also have to come back to approve any changes. The immediate deal between the White House and Senate Democrats would focus on finding a way to keep the government funded to give lawmakers more time to negotiate the specific immigration enforcement-related reforms. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
As you just heard there, since the House had already approved the funding package, any changes to it would require the House to return to D.C. and eventually consider it.